G'day everyone, welcome back to Steve's Place Down Under. Today we're going to do the fuel tank and the sediment bowl on the TEA20. So started with the radiator, but we haven't got the hoses yet. So I've taken that out, started that episode. While we're waiting for the hoses, we'll keep going and replace this. I was going to do the whole fuel system because I've got the carburetor and all the intake lines too, but I might make that its own episode. So we'll start by undoing the fuel line, lift the tank off, and then we'll do an unboxing of the new one. So if you haven't seen anything before, we've done a first start on this away from Friday Parts when I first got it, and then when they reached out, I decided to pick this one because they wanted to give me some parts and go with that. So there's been previous episodes, we've done the back tyres. We've done a service on the engine, oil filter and stuff like that. So if you want to go back and have a look at those, this episode may make more sense, but we're going to take the tank off. I've pre-made the rubbers because I don't think the new tank comes with that. That's all we'll do, and then I might pause the episode. I'll do the tappets off camera. I might make that its own episode away from Friday Parts, and then I'll come back to filming putting the tank on. Okay, if you've been following this episode closely, what you also will notice is I've brought it up to the shed. Now, we had a lot of rain in between filming taking the radiator out and now, so I thought before we go any further, I'll get the forklift, bring it up closer to the tools. I've got limited tools in the car that I was using to go down there, so it's closer now. We can keep going with it. I would say I'm going to need some of these fittings for the new one, but probably just that nipple inside that tap that goes to this copper line here, the steel line, rather. This actually does work when I had it going, but the cork gasket is perished and the fuel tank is full of holes. By the looks of it, they are threaded into that top housing there. A bit of this stuff's Whitworth too, which is, I put all my Whitworth spanners away. Some's not, but I've come across stuff that doesn't fit. You can mostly get away with it, but some you certainly can't. It's got a bit of a keeper tab there on that one. They're well lubricated, some of these bolts. She's had a leak over the years. Flat washer there, I'll have to clean them up. The petrol or whatever's been leaking here over the years has eaten those rubbers away, but that's fine. And I'd say that keeper is there because you can't, maybe just stop that bolt undoing because it pulls down on rubber and there's no lock nut or anything, I'd imagine. Get it to a height where it can get away from them tabs, and this will work. The Friday Parts have been really good to me. It's good support, good packaging, fast shipping. If there's ever been any problem, they're straight onto it. If the wrong part arrived or anything like that, which has been fairly good so far, I've been very pleased with it. These have got a nut, but it's like a speed nut that's held there in a little case. Runs extremely well, this tractor. I believe it's very low hourd. It was put in the shed in 1971 and not started again until recently. It's not a restoration, I'm just going to get it going. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do off camera still away from Friday Parts, but of course they're offering the beautiful support. I'm certainly going to help with that. I'm just going to get an extension for that one. Have to pry those two keeper plates off when I get the tank off. And that should be off. Okay, simple as that. That's not old petrol, that's newer. Okay, I've got to make this strip here. I made a couple of shorter ones, but I'll make that strip and then we'll put the new one on. Okay, I just closed the bonnet to do an unboxing on the top, so they've kindly sent me this. I'll get it out of the box and sit it back down. Okay, looks good. Looking at the other one on the ground there, looks very similar. I just noticed lifting it out that it had 2 plugs in it, but it came with another one I saw in the bottom of the box. Must be to blank one of these off. You choose which one you need and then blank the other one off. So I'll unwrap it all and see what happens. Shame to put such a clean part on an original tractor without any paint on it, but I think they look better without paint, to be honest. There we go. Get that bit of old rubber off there. I'll give her a proper gurney and degrees when she's all going. Probably should have done it first, but it was fairly hard to manoeuvre. I didn't want to go any further than I had to with it. So again, I had to make all these strips up, so it didn't come with it. Certainly not hard to do. Make them up. I'll now put the tank on and I'll put the plug in after it. Excuse my back for a second. Okay, fits fine. Get the bolts in, maybe do a close of the bonnet, see if it doesn't rub anywhere and still send it on the dash, because it is elongated either way, and we'll tighten it all down. All right. Had a slight hiccup. I had to go and help my dad put a hot water system in. So I'm back into it now. I've got the rubbers cut, so there's a rubber strip under that. I'm going to put another one on top here, on both sides. I've got the plates cleaned up. There's a bit of lube on those bolts. I'll put those keepers back on, but whether I'll bend them over is another thing. I'll just sort of let it all settle. And okay, so that one's started. Tighten them down sort of firm and then do a test close of the bonnet. Okay, they're close. I'll come around the front. And the strips under the front as well. Okay, 2 rubber pads. Got the plates cleaned up and the bolts. Okay, I'll go around the other side to get that one started. When I used the wad punch, I may have been out a quarter of a hole or something, but it doesn't matter, it's still going on the rubber strip there. Okay, I've got a bit of drag on one of those. I'll just nip another one of these up. Okay, just do a test close of that. It's hitting something. I don't think it's the tank. I think there's a bend in it over here. Like this aluminium skirt around the bottom of the steel bonnet, and it's sort of hitting it. Okay, I reckon I'll take the whole tank towards the camera a little bit. It's certainly better. I'm going to tighten it up there. I think the bonnet's a little bit twisted too. There was a bit of a mishap when we first unloaded it off the truck that I won't share here, but I think my members know what happened. I caught a little bit of it on camera, I think, but it was funny. And anyway, didn't hurt her. Okay, last on this episode, what we'll do, plug will come with a, must suit a couple of different models because there's two different outlets you can use, so you block the one off that we're not using. So that plug will go in the forward one towards the front of the tractor. And then this will be the sediment bowl, which says it on the box. Haven't yet opened this, as you can tell. So it's all everything's packaged nice. There's no way it can get damaged in transit. It's a lot of bubble wrap, a lot of cardboard, a lot of tape, very tight. Okay. And there we go. So, I've got a bit of a gauze there, excuse me. Which is good, and then that fitting there will take out of the old tap to adapt it to that steel line going down to the carburettor. Looks fairly good quality too. Okay, before we change view, so what I'll do is, got the fitting here, just cleaned it all out, add a lot of like white powdery stuff in it, which is all the old fuel going bad, I suppose. Condensation, could be anything. Sort of halfway blocked. Okay, then we'll put some thread tape on that and put it up in the tank, line it up with that fitting, and that should be it. And I've got the thread tape on it already. .11/16 spanner. Just roughly turn it to where it's close, and then that's it. Might actually put that other plug in first before that line's in the way. Oh, that looked like that had sealant on it in the bag, but it doesn't, so just bear with me. I'll put some on it and I'll be back. Really going to work how I thought because of that filler. I might have to start it first. Use the short end of the key. Just going to loosely fit that to finish the video, and then what I'm going to do when I do the carburetor episode, I'm going to take it back off and blow all that out. So just got to sort of reshape it a tad because it is aftermarket. Things are always that tad different. Okay, so there you have it, tank's fitted. And she settles a bit, I may bend them down, but I doubt they're going to undo either with that rubber pad under them, I really do. So the amount I'm going to use it, if ever. So there we go. So coming up, I've got the exhaust system for it, supplied by Friday Parts. I didn't get the header pipe, only the muffler, so I'm going to have to make that little bit there. Got the muffler, I'm going to put out underneath how it should be originally. I've got all the pipe work for the air cleaner. I'll have to do a service on that. That's an oil bath, and the carburetor itself. So that's going to be another episode. And the radiator, I haven't got a fan belt. It doesn't matter, I can do that at any time. I didn't get everything off them. Another thing I didn't get is a set of spark plugs. I've got all the ignition except the plug. So that's coming. Well, that episode's coming, I've got all that. So until then, I think that's going to be it. Not my normal will it start content, but keep these short so they can repurpose it. I can keep content rolling and honour what they're doing for me, and I appreciate everyone watching, subscribing. Please share, please subscribe if you haven't already. There's plenty more to come. It's not all just tractors, there's plenty of trucks, plenty of earth movers over there. And thank you again, Friday Parts. And if you are considering anything aftermarket for your machine, whether it's a tractor, truck, whatever the case is, please consider using them. We've got a wide range and it's certainly worth a look. Thanks again everyone for watching.